I don't know if it's gonna stop because it's a boombox.
Go for it.
How mataki api chante washe nape chui zapalo na tani nes means and machi apolo sapa awati na chinli. My name is Natani Nez Means. I'm from Chinle, Arizona. I'm also from the Black Hills in South Dakota. I'm Oglala Lakota, Umaha, and Dene.
Yo, what's up? My name is Chad Charlie, comedian, poet, host of the Wake Up the World Tour. We are out here in Oakland, and this is amazing. I skipped a part. I'm from a house at First Nations. I should have said that before. And it's pretty dope to be out here.
What's going on? My name is 2 for 1. I'm from the south side of Minneapolis. I'm Dakota, Mdewakanton, and Puerto Rican, and I'm here repping with the crew. We're water protectors here. We're at the Wake Up the World Tour, and we're here in Oakland right now about to do a show.
All right. So you actually have background music if you want to.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
cool.
so they're giving
That's
you
cool.
music. So really quickly before they put on a show performance with us, for those of you guys listening, you know, what's your platform? What's your cause? Why are you here?
Yeah, man. Well, initially, the whole reason behind the Wake Up the World Tour, Voices of Water, one, we were at camp. Most of us, a lot of us, from the beginning to the end, like all the way to the eviction day. We were a part of numerous actions. We stopped the pipeline, physically stopped the pipeline. A lot of us, we were all arrested. We've been shot. We've been tear gassed. Everything, and we stayed in those camps. But before the camps, we were all in entertainment. We all did youth work. We did suicide prevention. We did music. We did spoken word. We did comedy. And we put that on hold because the call was made. And for me, I'm an entertainer. I'm a hip-hop artist. But I'm Lakota first. I'm an indigenous person first. And I put everything on hold to go to those camps. So I spent 7 months in the camps. There we were arrested, we were all that kind of stuff. And behind the Wake Up the World Tour, this is just to spread awareness about our story, each one of us, our stories in the camps, what happened, everything beautiful, everything horrible, and also to spread our music.
So what we are doing with this tour, including the concerts, is also panel discussions. We just got done a panel discussion here in Oakland, which actually had about 60 people all together, 60 to 70 people all together, including the Oakland City Councilor that was there, and he expressed some of the things that the city of Oakland is doing in divestment as well. So I mean, what we're doing is we're going to these cities, and not only are we performing our shows, but we are also still doing work for this movement, because we put so much behind this movement in Standing Rock that if we were to give up right now, if we were to not do anything and just go back to our careers, then everything that we did in the past in Standing Rock would mean nothing. So we're going to continue doing this. Every city that we stop in, we're not only doing the show, we're doing so much more. We're working with the communities. We're still helping these communities divest, or even just waking people up. That's what this tour is, the Wake Up the World Tour. So even if it comes to motivating people, that's what we're going to do.
So right now I just want to give a special shout out to the Intertribal Friendship House in Oakland for giving us a platform to be able to speak, because I think it's important that on this tour, on this Wake Up the World Tour, it's super important that our narrative is heard, because when the Standing Rock Tribal Council and the chairman told everybody to go home, we were still there, and we stayed there, and we kept fighting. And along with all the people that went home, the majority of the media also left. So our narrative was, in a way, was overlooked and silenced. So a big part of the reason why we're doing this tour is so our voices are heard, because we didn't have as much opportunity to be able to share our stories while we're at camp, especially during those hard winter months when most of the media left. So there's that piece, and another part of the reason why we're doing this tour is because we're dealing with PTSD. We're dealing with this trauma that we've lived through on the front line, and we're already living through the historical trauma that indigenous people face. So we have an additional trauma that we're processing and working through, and we're hip hop artists and spoken word artists, and when we get on that stage, we feel that level of freedom again. And when we get on that stage, it's a safe space for us to be able to just be ourselves and to just not have to worry about any type of drama at camp, or we don't have to worry about getting hit with rubber bullets. We don't have to worry about any of that. It is our space to heal. It's our space to just be ourselves and to get the healing that we really need right now in the aftermath of all the trauma that we witnessed and faced and dealt with during the whole movement. And we're here to continue to spread our message. We're gonna continue to push the divestment message, because even if oil is running through that pipeline right now, it's super important. It's critical that people take their money out of these banks that are funding pipelines, because there's many pipelines that are being worked on, or there's pipeline proposals that are being worked on, and right now we're encouraging everybody to pull their money out of any bank that supports any of these pipelines, and there's a long list of them. So please do the research and take your money out of the pipelines, because they're funding these banks are funding environmental genocide.
My quick question: the movement looks like it's at a stalemate. So what would you say to the people out there who've drawn their attention away?
Well, see the thing with movement is that it doesn't stop. There's always going to be movement. That's why they call it the movement. And whether we're fighting a pipeline, whether we're fighting suicide, whether we're fighting all the things that plague Indian country, not only Indian country, this whole country. Oak Flat, the coal mining, the fracking industry, everybody is doing their part. If you take a real in-depth look, people are working. Just because it's not out there on the forefront on social media, or people are not doing live feeds on the front line, they're still on front lines. There's front lines in the office, there's front lines in the classrooms, there's front lines at home. And that's important to remember. And that we're doing our part. We're doing our part as hip-hop artists, as young Akichitas, as young Tokalas, as young protectors. And that's all we can do right here, is offer our music, offer our words. And I think with movement, there's always going to be movement. There's always going to be revolution. There's always going to be that component there. And it's important for people to take it upon themselves to educate themselves, to watch closely. And in this world now, man, it's gonna get tough. And not only are we out here like hitting cities, we're hitting reservations. We've always done work with the youth, and right now with Trump in office, it's important for us to be out here in the forefront saying we're Native, we're here, we're American Indian, we're indigenous people, and we're here at the forefront still. So that's why we're going to continue to do these actions, to tell the world that we're still here, with our art. And I think it's important for reservations and schools to push art, to really encourage their children to do art, whether that be media, whether that be painting, drawing, whatever, poetry. It's important for them to push art.
Hopefully, All right, for those of you guys tuning in, what's up from Oakland, California? This is Charlie. I'm a blogger for PowWows.com. All right, so I'm hoping these guys will put on a special performance just for you guys. They got a performance tonight, starts at 8. But for you guys, Indian country, everybody tuning in from Australia, a lot of people have been tuning in from Europe. That's cool. Woo! All right,
we have a tour in Europe.
All right,
happening in May.
That's my next question. Let me turn it around. Where are you going, and how can people find you?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So right now we are actually booking. So right now we're already hitting the West Coast. After this, we're going to the Midwest. Directly after that, we're going to the East Coast. And right now we are in the process of booking 6 different countries in Europe, as well as 9 stops in New Zealand, Aotearoa. And we are hoping to get other Polynesian islands as well. And if anybody else wants us to come to their area, we will gladly book that. This is the Wake Up the World tour, so we're willing to go around the world to wake people up. And you can get a hold of us through our email is water.protectors.tour@gmail.com, and we also have a website which is wakeuptheworldtour.com, and you can a lot of the information's on there as well.
Check us out on Facebook.
Check us out on Facebook. It's Voices of Water / Wake Up the World Tour.
It's Voices of Water. We're also on Twitter right now too. It's at Voices of Water. We're also on Instagram, Wake Up the World Tour _. So hit us up on social media. We're around. We're staying active. We're going to continue to update all of our platforms for you guys at home. Hit up our email if you want us to come to your city. Hit up our email because that's where we do our booking. Remember, water.protectors.tour@gmail.com. We'd love to come to Australia. We'd love
Book
to come
us
to
in
Europe.
Australia, man, for real. We would love to meet the indigenous people there. We would love it. To build those bridges, that's important. You know, do you want to do a quick verse?
I'll do I'm with a rap. Does anybody do a spoken word?
We do.
A short spoken word piece.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then
all right.
finish it with this.
All right, so what's wrong is there's a system. If you're a problem, you go to prison. Fighting for the water, you get an eviction. But I only got one question to ask. What do we do when our people are under attack? We stand up and fight back because we are no longer the victims. You can push us back to the res, take away our rights. It only makes us stronger when we stand up and fight. But at the end of the night, this ain't the land of the free. They got free speech zones, but they ain't made for me. You got a muzzle on my mouth, but you ain't okay with the mask? Ask me to turn around so you can shoot me in the back. Put your hand on your heart. Take a look at that flag. You represent the red, white, and blue. I represent the red, brown, and black. Shoot us down. We stand. Shoot us down. We stand. Shoot us down. We stand. We stand for our people, and we will not be erased. What do you stand for? America, spelled with 3 Ks.
That was good. That was good. All right. So really quickly, a lot of people are turning in. Quick reintroduction of who you are, where we're at.
Yeah. Again, my name is Nat Aninez Means. I'm Oglala Lakota, Umaha, and Dene. I come from a long line of freedom fighters, warriors of healers, and medicine people. We're out here in Oakland, California right now in the village of Huchin. This is traditional Ohlone territory. Here they are fighting shell mounds that are being excavated and built on top of. That's their traditional way of burying people. Just to give people a background on that. We're here. We're about to do a show. This is the Wake Up the World Tour, Voices of Water, featuring protectors that were at Standing Rock from the beginning to the end. During the hardest times of camp. I mean, we used to haul human compost for fucking Christ's sake, man. Just to keep that camp running. And right now, we got, I was looking for him. This is Y'all's Like Jaws.
What's going on, man?
Introduce yourself.
Y'all's Like Jaws, Brandon, Montana, Blackfeet. Shout out to Gats. He's an underground street artist. I went and checked out one of his murals over there. Gats, Graffiti Against the System. It's a beautiful mural over there. But we're here in Oakland, out here to do the show. Out here from Standing Rock, just fresh out, just ready to hit the streets and Wake Up the World on this Wake Up the World tour, which is going to be going up to Europe, New Zealand, and then we're booking for other dates worldwide. So look out for us.
All right, so we just got to the part in the interview where we're going to do a short performance. So if you wanted to jump in or however you want to start it. Any last things before you guys go into do a show for our viewers?
Just remember to book us if you are interested in booking us. It's water.protectors.tour@gmail.com.
All right. So if you want to speak or do you want to go to
Yeah, I'll just do a verse for you guys real quick. I go by the name of 2 for 1, TUFAWON. And I'm from the south side of Minneapolis, Puerto Rican, Dakota, Midewakanton. And it goes like this. I often feel in prison within the walls I live in, a slave to my employer, a slave to the dollar bill, and another bill I receive in the mailbox. I feel the pressure, hoping that I don't slip into another depression. Texting friends, feeling lonely on a cold winter afternoon. I haven't seen the sun for days, roll another blunt to blaze, even though it hurts my lungs. Perhaps I'll give it up, but at this very moment I'ma live it up and take another puff. Graduated from the swag, emancipated from that nasty poo-hoo-hoo. Hit it too for do it again on a rainy day. My hopes and dreams are to find a different different perspective and create new friendships. See the world through different lenses, share stories, cook meals with my people across borders, sit together and cherish everything that's within our presence and beyond. Build a bond so strong that it lasts so long that generations to come will have something to hold on to. As you and I, we become the ancestors. What we leave behind is guidance and protection through these lessons. Wisdom, knowledge, and love, compassion, truth, and affection, respect for the land we walk, acknowledgement for every blessing. Even though I realize that we are all interconnected, some type of friction exists. This is creating extra tension with dissonance. Division, we've been distancing ourselves and losing sight of our unity while clinging to this wealth. These distractions and illusions are really just all constructions, but the way we're trying to build doesn't function within that structure. So to break it down, we have to win this war within our mind, conquer self, and then we'll find a way to help another live. Freedom seeker through music, keep speaking the truth as it's beating out of the speaker. Sound bleeds into different rooms, breaking down these walls of separation till we're face to face. We are reflections of each other in the same time and place. 2 for 1. Wake up the world.
We got a reggae track. Slow it down.
Someone tell the fiends Natani means is a dose of dopamine. There's never been much hope for me. 4 days dancing and the spirit said they've chosen me. Ain't no question I'm destined from the 4 directions, shining in a turquoise necklace like damn your boy's flexing. I'm the savior, monster slayer. We keep the paper major, homie, get your weight up. We topple these monopolies on top of me, pouring RPGs at oil companies like fuck them if they know it's me. They know it's me coming straight from the gutter. Crazy motherfucker, and I was raised in them trenches. Barbed wire fences and them border town lynches. So I bless up with that cedar smoke. Cold world, keep that heater close. My time been infinite like the mother meters, bro. So follow me down to where despair drowns in the history books, where the lost are never found, where the faces of my ancestors scream, but no one hears a sound. Only on the TV screens and major sports teams do you see we become clowns. Dehumanized beings in the eyes of the oppressor. Thoughts of suicide fester once I see my people treated lesser. We're the truth inside the fallacies. Warriors facing Calvaries. Lost inside the misery of losing family, so let me be. I'm constantly fighting demons inside of me. Nights of champagne and women enticing me, but I'm trying to fight free from this government that promises freedom.
Any last shout out? Any last shout out you guys want to say to people out there?
I just want to give a shout out to the people that could make it out here today. Weeko, Art V, JOC, Kalina Lawrence, and shout out to all my people back home in Minneapolis. Shout out to all the people, all of the water protectors out there worldwide. This is 2 for 1, and yeah, man. If you guys are in Oakland, if anybody's in Oakland, come on out to the Legionnaires. Come on out and enjoy a dope show. It's gonna be live tonight.
Yeah, since we're in Oakland, I want to shout out to my boy Marty, Never Over, made this t-shirt, says Skoden on the back, 1806 Sovereignty, Never Over, check them out. This is it's dope because this movement's never over, the fight's never over. We're always going to be fighting, we're always going to be waking people up, Wake Up the World Tour.
I want to shout out everyone that supported the movement from afar, from close, whether you're at home, praying or giving as much as you can, even prayers. Prayers protected us. I want to shout out everybody that was at camp, that was arrested, that's facing charges, that's going back to court. I'm with you on that. I want to shout out everybody that's standing with us. It's not over. It's never over. Our fight as indigenous people is just beginning, and we need your help.
You want to introduce your folks over here, or just want to leave it at that?
Oh yeah. So this is my homie Anthony Soul.
How's it going?
Introduce him.
Ohlone territory, coming from Rumson, village of Rumson, out there in Ohlone territory from the southern tip. We're out here in the village of Hu Chin, which is the northernmost tip of Ohlone territory. We're out here on what's stolen land on the back. See that stolen land? We're out here on stolen land, urban res right here. Artwork done by Tomahawk Gray Eyes. You know, support indigenous people, indigenous art, indigenous everything.
Any last shout out to the people out there?
Yeah, shout out to all the relatives coming through, all the water protectors that been on there on the front line, everything that's been out there, seeing all these police taking these rubber bullets and eating it for breakfast. Yeah.
All right, so if you're ready to wrap it up,
Yeah, man.